Hello, beautiful kindred souls, and welcome to my spiritual oasis. Here, weary souls come to find inner wisdom and peace. Today, we are doing a yes or no reading, but we're doing it a little bit differently this time. So we are using numerology to determine whether or not the answer to your question is a yes or a no. So we have 5 groups prepared, and in each group is represented by the satchels that you see here. And we're going to roll the dice in each satchel into this box here, and odd numbers are no, even numbers are yes, and if you get a tie, we're going to use tarot to break the tie. So I hope that made sense. If it didn't, hopefully it will when we get into the readings. But before I get into the groups themselves, I would like to invite you to join the Kindred family here on YouTube by subscribing to my YouTube channel. Click a like on the video if something resonates with you, and drop a comment down below. Let me know what group you selected or any messages that you connected with today. If you're interested in your own personal reading, you can connect with me on Etsy. Link is in the description. And I also like to preface pretty much all of my readings, but specifically the yes or no readings, that these are general readings, and life is often not binary. It's often not a clear yes or no, or a simple yes or no, if you will. So make sure that you are using your own powers of intuition and discernment to determine what messages resonate with you and what makes sense for your life and your particular situation. Also wanted to say, if you are feeling drawn to more than one group, I always kind of do supporting messages, and again, we'll be using numerology to provide the supporting messages. There might be a message for you in another group if you're feeling drawn to that group. So you can use this as a pick a card, you can use this as a yes or no. As long as it helps you, that's the intent and purpose. Okay, so beautiful souls, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and talk about our groups today. So we have group 1 at the top left, group 2 right underneath it, group 3 is in the middle, group 4 is the top right, and group 5 is on right below group 4 on the bottom right. Okay, so pause the video at this point in time if you need a moment to determine which group or potentially groups has your message in it. All of the links to all of the groups will be in the description bar below. So thank you for your time, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, group number 1, and welcome to your yes or no reading. We're going to go ahead and cast your dice and see, is it a yes or is it a no? All right, so of course we have a tie to start off with. We have a 1 and a 0, and I think it's interesting that both of these numbers showed up for you, but let's go ahead and pull tarot to see if we can get a clear yes or no. And again, I'm just vibing off of the tarot card when I see it. Is it a yes or is it a no? Affirmative or negative? Let's see. So we have the Ace of Swords. I would say that's a yes. I would say that's an affirmative, because the Ace of Swords does talk about newness, right? It talks about something new coming in, a new idea, an epiphany, an aha moment in your life. So I think that's really strong and powerful, and I think it's definitely an affirming message. So let's talk about number 1 and 0, okay? Non-number. Number 1 and number 0. So we have 2 1s here. So I feel like something's beginning, something's happening, something is starting, or you're being encouraged to start something, to initiate something, to be a trailblazer in some aspect of your life, potentially whatever you asked about when you came here. With the Ace of Swords coming in, it feels like some sort of a mind thing, a new idea, implementing a new idea, something maybe that's been on your heart for a while. You're getting an aha moment, a breakthrough on how to continue on that or to start something. And with 0 showing up, it really just shows that I feel like you're in a place of manifestation. I feel like you're about to like really get going on something you're really interested in and really passionate about. And I feel like the 0 is really just saying infinite possibilities. The world is your oyster. You can make your life what you will it to be, whatever you want it to be. You just have to claim that, whatever it is. If you're in a place right now where you're feeling stuck, or you're feeling like the options that are available to you are all bad, the 0 and the 1 energy to me is saying you're not stuck. You have infinite possibilities, and you have the power and the vision to be able to make whatever you want happen. So if you're in a place right now, again, where you're feeling stuck, or you feel like you don't know where to go, you don't feel like you have enough options, Spirit is saying you have an infinite pool of options. You might just have to think outside of the box in order to find those options. You know, if your options suck, find more options, get more options. And again, it might be outside of the norm. It might be different. You might have to look in different places than you're used to looking, or ask people for help or something like that, just to broaden your options. Okay? So group number 1, these are the messages that I have channeled for you today. I hope this was helpful for you. If something resonated, drop a comment down below. Let me know it did. Click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if we're not already connected here. And if you're interested in your own personal reading, you can connect with me on Etsy. Thank you so much for your time and your beautiful energy, and I will see you in an upcoming reading. Bye. Hello group number 2, and welcome to your yes or no reading. So we have your dice here. We're going to go ahead and cast your dice. Odd numbers are no's, even numbers are yeses. I think I explained that in the beginning. I hope I did. Well, here we go. Let's cast. So the answer to your yes or no question, of course the numbers don't tell us. So you have a 6 and a 7. I think it's interesting that they're sequential, but we'll talk about that later. Let's go ahead and use tarot to clarify. Is the answer a yes or a no? Yes or a no for group number 2. I'm just vibing off the cards, whatever I feel when I see it. It's a no. All right, so we have the 10 of Swords. Okay. So we have the number 6 and then we have the number 7. So it feels like we're at the end of something right now. And I feel like right now the focus should be on healing, recovery, picking yourself up, loving yourself, receiving love from others. 6 in tarot often has this reciprocal energy, giving and taking, and I feel like right now you're in a place where you need to take some love, you need to take help, you need to take you need to be on the receiving end of love and care and kindness and healing and all of these really beautiful energies in order to prepare you for what's coming next in your life. So when we look at the 10 of Swords, it's a very dramatic card, but sometimes I do feel like we feel this way in life. Like we feel like it's over. We are flat on our stomachs, I guess, and the world has just stuck a whole bunch of knives. It feels dark and heavy. But I also feel like, so swords represents the mind space. So mentally, right, we feel attacked and we feel like there's no coming back from this. But I feel like we also know that that isn't true. In many cases, as long as you continue to wake up, you have an opportunity to set the tone for a new day, to set the tone for a new week or a new month or a new year or whatever that looks like, a new job, a new relationship. So I feel like it's not doomsday. It's not all over. Sometimes we can be bit of drama queens. I've been there myself. But I do feel like, with the support of the people around us, with support from ourselves, being kind, being gentle with ourselves as we transition out of this low place and move up the mountain. The Ten of Swords also represents you being at the bottom, like you being in the lowest low. You can't get any lower. So the idea here is that you can only go up from here. So that's what I'm feeling for you, group number 2. And we have the number 7, and the number 7 talks about spirit. It's like spirituality and spiritual connectivity, but from a more mental perspective, a more analytical perspective. So you could potentially like be an air sign or have strong air sign placements in your chart, or Virgo in your chart, and or strong Mercury placements or aspects in your chart, where you might be a more cerebral person. You might be a more mental person. And I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. We are who we are, and we navigate life the way we navigate life. So don't make anyone feel like you're doing something wrong, maybe because you're not a gushy-wishy type of person. That's okay if you're not. Your spiritual walk is just that. It's yours. It belongs to you, and it's going to look completely different from somebody else's. So embrace whatever that looks like for you. So group number 2, these are the messages that I have channeled for you today. I hope this was helpful for you. If something resonated, please do drop a comment down below and let me know what did. Click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not already connected here on YouTube, and connect with me on Etsy for a personal reading if you're interested in that. So thank you so much for your time and energy, and I will see you in an upcoming reading. Bye. Hello, group number 3, and welcome to your yes or no reading. So we're going to go ahead and cast your dice. Yeses are evens, nos are odds. Let's see what we've got for you today. We've got an 8 and a 5. Every group up to this point has been getting one of each number. So we're going to have to use tarot to clarify. Let's see. I think it's exciting that you got an 8 and a 5. We'll talk about that later. All right, so is group number 3's answer a yes or a no? Is it a yes or is it a no? A no. Okay, so we literally got 10 of Swords for the last group as well. 10 of Swords, so that's a no. And then we got 8 and 5. Well, okay, this is interesting. Oops, I turned it over. 8 and a 5. Okay, so you're ready for something new, is the message that I'm receiving here. You're ready for something new. Yeah, so the clear-cut answer is a no, but I feel like there's a strong message around, I'm just feeling almost like you're at the end of a cycle. You might be at your wit's end of something or another, the wit's end, the end of a relationship or a job or something like that. I just feel like you're kind of at the end of something, which is really what the Ten of Swords talks about. And I feel like the no is really asking you to pause right now. Okay, we're not jumping headfirst into anything quite yet, but we are ready for change. And that is what the 5 is really telling me, that you're ready for change. And specifically, ready for something a little bit exciting. 5 energy is very robust. It's outgoing. There's creativity and adventurous energy and sociable energy connected to 5. 5 is a very robust number. And 5 doesn't like to be tied down. 5 doesn't like to be told what to do. 5 doesn't want anything that's going to hold it back or keep it trapped in any way, shape, or form. Freedom loving, outwardly expressive, feels very Sagittarius energy in a lot of ways. And the message that I'm receiving, and passion energy. So I feel like you're ready to do something that you're passionate about, that you're excited about. Maybe even something that's connected to your creativity or however you express yourself. Sun energy is present. Leo energy is also very present too. So again, I feel like you're at the end of something, you're at your wit's end, you're kind of done, you're through with it, and you're ready for something exciting. Now, the 8 energy is really talking about, okay, you want to do this thing. Maybe you want to start a business, or you want to, travel the world or something. And 8 energy is like, okay, how can we achieve that? How can we get that done? For example, if we want to travel the world, well, we're going to need money. We're going to need a plan. We're going to need whatever, booking hotels and airplanes and all these other sorts of things, right? So I feel like the 8 is like, okay, how are we going to get this done? 8 energy is about achievement. How are we going to do this? 8 energy is also about karma, karmic cycles, karmic energy. So as 8 is an achiever, 8 is also a giver, because 8 understands that if you take, right, if you achieve, if you do, you also have to give back. That reciprocal energy, karmic energy is also very present. I feel like with the karmic energy, there's also a message around sowing and reaping, and that you reap what you sow. And if you sow corn, don't be surprised when corn grows. If you want green beans, don't plant tomatoes, right? So I feel like those messages are also coming through. I feel like overall, this is like kind of a pause message, but I do feel like it's like pausing only to prepare for what's to come, to really give it some thought and determine what you want to see next for the next chapter of your life. So group number 3, these are the messages that I have channeled for you today. I hope this was helpful. If something resonated, do drop a comment down below and let me know it did. Click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are not already connected here on YouTube. And if you're interested in your own personal reading, you can connect with me on Etsy, link in the description. Thank you so much for your time and your beautiful energy, and I will see you in an upcoming reading. Bye. Hello, group number 4, and welcome to your yes or no reading. So we're going to go ahead. So far I had to clarify with every group, but let's see what your dice have to say. Is it a yes or is it a no? Even numbers are yes. Odd, no. Okay, we had 2 even numbers, which means that the answer to your yes or no question is a yes. So let's talk a little bit about our numbers here. All right, so you have 0 and 6. I feel like the message here and the energy that is loudly present that's bubbling around in my head is this idea of endless possibilities of romantic relationships. So if you asked a love question today, I feel like Spirit is wanting you to know that you have a bountiful harvest of potential partners to choose from. So if you're feeling like, first of all, if you're going through some like I would say ridiculous challenges with somebody, not like someone who you're in a relationship with and it's good energy and you just are in a rut, but like, people who just aren't doing you right, maybe haven't been doing you right for a while. I feel like there's a really strong message around moving on because you have more options. Sometimes we stay in bad relationships because we don't feel like we can get something better. Maybe we don't even have a pulse on what's out there. But right now, I feel like there's just an abundance and overwhelming energy around options and opportunities, and you're being encouraged to, if this is resonating, to explore your options. So if you did not ask a question about romance, I do feel like this idea of infinite possibilities is still present in our 0. Infinite possibilities. But I also feel like the 6 can be talking more about love, like self-love. Having limitless love and kindness and gentleness for yourself and where you are in your journey. We often are hardest on ourselves. We can really beat ourselves down and put ourselves into a place in a space of despair and anguish. And, we're constantly worried and concerned about what in comparing ourselves to the world and what we see out there and what we think other people think of us and all these sorts of things. We just spin these things around. And I just feel like with the number 6 here, number 6 is all about love, all about romance and kindness and caring and just a deep love. And I'm feeling this like a deep love for you, a deep love for yourself, really going inside, strengthening that solar plexus chakra energy and opening your heart space. I feel like opening your heart space isn't the only thing though. I do feel really strongly connected to the idea of strengthening your solar plexus chakra energy and strengthening your sense of self-love, self-respect, self-insert, self thing here. So doing all that stuff, self-respect, and getting yourself to a place of confidence that blossoms from the inside, right? It's not based off of your achievements, how many degrees you have, the position you hold at your job. It is a confidence and a self-assuredness that comes from that solar plexus chakra space. It's an inward to out blossoming of confidence. So that is the message that I'm feeling really strong for you, group number 4. So again, the answer to your yes or no question was a yes. It was an affirmative. I surely hope that these messages are helpful for you. If something resonated, do drop a comment down below and let me know it did. Click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not already connected here on YouTube. And if you're interested in your own personal reading, you can connect with me on Etsy. Link is in the description. If you're interested in doing that, I post all kinds of stuff on my Etsy shop to help you on your spiritual and life journey. So thank you so much for your time and your energy, and I will see you in an upcoming reading. Bye. Hello, group 5, and welcome to your yes or no reading. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but I'm going to keep at it. All right, so yes or no readings. We're going to cast your dice. Even numbers and 0 are yeses. Odd numbers are no's. So let's see if we get a straight up answer from your dice casting or if we have to clarify with tarot. All right, so we got 6 and 2, which means the answer to your yes or no question is a yes. You got 2 even numbers, so it is a yes. So let's talk a little bit about 6 and 2. So whenever I see 6 and 2 together, it always reminds me of a harmonious, reciprocal energy or partnership. Specifically a partnership. It could be a love partnership, romantic partnership, or it could be work related or just like friend. Like you have a friend where both of you are healthy and whole when you come to the relationship, the friendship, and it's a mutually beneficial, harmonious, peaceful connection. I'm just feeling harmonious, peaceful connection. Like that mantra keeps whispering over and over again in my head. So I feel like if you are in a emotionally tumultuous situation, whether it be a romantic partnership, friendship, work environment, whatever it is, I feel like Spirit is calling you to gravitate towards peaceful, harmonious partnerships. Partnerships where it's reciprocal energy. I give, you give. I take, everything's give and take from each side. Each person is being nourished and nurtured and nourished. Each party is getting what they need and want out of the situation. And it's not, that toxic one-way street sort of deal. So if you're used to dealing with toxic one-way streets, Spirit is encouraging you to find new connections. And this might actually include you working on you so that you're attracting that harmonious and peaceful, reciprocal connections. The reason why I feel like this is so important is because we are, first of all, we are communal beings. Some of us might be a little bit more hermit-like than others. Speaking from personal experience here. But in general, we are social beings. And therefore, we are a corroboration of the energies of the people that we keep close to us. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm sure you've experienced this. Like, you get around, say, your family, right? You start talking a certain way, using certain slang or whatever. You get around your friends, you might talk differently. So the whole idea here is that we kind of vibe off of each other, and that's how we create bonds with each other. We kind of create our own little micro cultures in that way. So the idea is that you're keeping people around you that are positive, that are high vibration, that are supportive of what you're after, so that you can grow and they can grow, and everybody is just in a really positive, heading in a positive direction in their life, and they're happy with where they're headed, even if they're not exactly where they want to be, if that makes sense. I feel like collaboration is in your future or present with the number 2. If you have a lot of divine feminine placements, I feel in your birth chart, so water and earth energy, I feel like there's a really strong message around a strength in divine feminine energy and a power in divine feminine energy that often isn't recognized in, modern culture, pop culture, that's very divine masculine focused and celebrates more divine masculine traits. But Spirit wants you to know that divine feminine energy are very powerful leaders and business owners and all of these other sorts of things, because we vibe different with people. I have a lot of water energy, a ridiculous amount of water energy in my birth chart. And so I have that those divine feminine energies. And so I'm saying that, sometimes like people, I feel like most people, and people might not admit this, but people want to be seen, they want to be nurtured, they want to be nourished, they want to be heard, and divine feminine energy is really good at those things, okay? So if you have a lot of divine feminine placements, I feel like there's just a strong message around you have the power and the strength and the will and all of that stuff to accomplish anything you want to go after, so don't be afraid to do that. Or don't be afraid like you won't be appreciated or people don't want what you have. They want what you have, okay? They do. And the final message for you, group 5, is love, 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 okay? The number 6 here, love, kindness, gentleness, caring, comfort, protection. That's all present here in the number 6. And I feel like especially if you have those divine feminine placements in your birth chart, you probably give all of that to everybody. And I feel like there's a strong message around making sure that you accept and receive those beautiful energies, and that you give yourself that energy as well. You protect you love yourself, you put your energy first, you make sure you rest and restore and hydrate and sleep and all of that kind of stuff to keep yourself top notch, so you can continue to pour your blessings out into the world as well. So my beautiful souls, these are the messages that I have channeled for you today. I hope this was helpful for you. If something resonated, please do drop a comment down below and let me know it did. Click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If we are not already connected here on YouTube, you can connect with me on Etsy for a personal reading if you're interested in that. And I would like to again thank you for your time and your beautiful energy, and I will see you in an upcoming reading.